and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Allen and I'm so excited to be able to share with you today. As always, please remember to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications and make sure that you thumbs up this video. Let's try and get this video to 50 likes. Okay, so thumbs up this video, really important. So today I want to come on and do a review on my King James Parallel Bible. Last week, I think it was last week, I uploaded a video where I'm going to be doing some word studies. I haven't quite finished all the word studies as yet. It's very interesting and they've been really ministering to me and I can't wait to share them with you. So I've nearly finished some of the verse studies and my prayer, and I'm aiming to get one up next week for you, because I actually had the opportunity to go really in depth with a lot of them, and it was like a personal Bible study to me, and really you're going to really enjoy those videos. But I want to come on because I thought I did a Bible review on my King James Amplified and Parallel Bible, which is one of my favorite Bibles. And I thought I already did a review on it, but I didn't. So I'm going to do one quickly for you now. Be aware that this Bible is well used and well worn, but I absolutely love it. And some bits of it is falling to pieces. So I'm sure that you won't mind that. At least you know this Bible is well used, well loved, and well appreciated. So let's get started. So this is the cover. It had a paper cover, but it got ripped up, so I got rid of it. But this is the front of the Bible. And as you go in, I warned you, it was a bit ripped. So we've got the King James Amplified Parallel Bible in large print. Okay, that's in large print. And there we've got your contents, your Bible contents, the New and the Old Testament divided there. And the Amplified is one of my favorite versions. I've got three favorite versions of the Bible: King James, the Amplified Bible, and the New Living Translation. And I'm actually going to look to see if I can find a Bible that is parallel with King James, Amplified Bible, and the New Living Translation. They're my three favorite translations. If you know of a Bible like that, please leave a link in the comments section so that I can go and purchase it straight away. So we've got the King James Version. There's a little write up there, preface to the King James Version 1873 edition. There we've got a write-up about the King James. We've got a write-up about the Amplified Bible here. And then we go into the Old Testament. And the layout is exactly the same from Genesis to Revelations. So here we have the King James Version on the left. You can see that I've already been using it quite well, and then we've got the Amplified Bible on the right. Okay, and that is the same layout throughout every book of the Bible. And at the bottom you've got notes. Sometimes they will put notes about the Amplified Bible, and they will put some notes about the King James, and also at the bottom they will put some historical information depending on what book of the Bible we're looking at, but they will put historical notes at the bottom as well. So I'm just going to flick through. As you can see, it's well worn. There's the layout of it, and I'm going to flick through to the book of Matthew, because what I did a read through of the book of Matthew. The layout is exactly the same throughout. So what I like about the Amplified Bible, let me just show you this one first quickly. You've got the King James, and then obviously this is amplified, bringing in more meaning of what that actual verse means. So for example, you've got verse Malachi chapter 2 verse 16. It says, "For the Lord the God of Israel saith that he hateth putting away. For one covereth violence with his garments, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that you deal not treacherously." So that's just an example. I was doing a study there and I just remembered the subject I was studying. So that's what it is in the King James Version. And in the Amplified, it actually amplifies what that verse is saying. So in the Amplified Bible, it says, "For the Lord, the God of Israel saith, I hate divorce and marital separation, and him who covers his garment, his wife, with violence. Therefore, keep a watch upon your spirit, that it may be controlled by my spirit, that you deal not treacherously and faithlessly with your marriage mate." Now that's quite a loaded verse right there in the Amplified, but we won't go into that here. But you see, this amplifies, it's gone in, what it does, it goes in and takes a few verses from the King James, and it goes into more of the original meaning of that verse in the Hebrew. So it's like a kind of miniature word study, I would suspect. But there you have it in the King James, and there you have the amplified version of that verse in the Amplified Bible. And the same thing here. You've got what it is in the King James, and then you have it amplified in the Amplified version. Now, the study that I did, sometimes I can be reading, for example, I can be reading along very well in the King James Version, and then maybe a few verses catch my eye, and I'm thinking, hang on, let me just have a look of what that is saying in the Amplified Bible. So here I've got something here where there's 3 verses here that I was reading in the King James, and then I went over and read what it said in the Amplified Bible. And based on when I read those two, sometimes I take the study even further and I go to commentaries and I go to Bible studies on that particular subject, all those verses, and I will do a deeper study of that verse based on what I've seen here in the actual Amplified Bible. So I would really encourage you to get one. It's a great way, instead of having 2 Bibles, it's a great way to have it as one. So you kind of save room, you've got everything compacted into one book, and I really love these 2 versions together. So when I've done my studies, I have, like for example, the book of Matthew. I was doing my little studies here, highlighting. Here, I've done some more studies here with my writing in my Bible. And I use the 2 to make notes in my Bible journal, or I use Post-its and put stickers in there. Here we go again. You see, and actually this one, I did a big study and I've actually stapled it together and left it in the Bible. So there we go. And I like this because I feel like I'm studying 2 at the same time. Sometime I will start reading in the King James and then finish it up in the Amplified, or start reading it in the Amplified and move over to the King James Version. So there we go. There's more studies there. Sometimes if there's room, I will do a word study. I did a word study here called Heavy Laden. I highlighted verses 28, 29 and 30 of Matthew chapter 11, and there were some keywords there. So I wrote out the keywords in pen, hashtag the Strong's Concordance reference, and then I did the study here. I don't think I quite finished it, but I did the study here of what the words meant. So heavy laden in the Greek, the word rest in the Greek, what it means, the word take, the Greek reference in the Strong's Concordance and what that means. So when I go back to the verse and I apply these meanings to it, it brings out a real richness of the word and it really ministers to me. So I will be kind of showing you this context when I do my verse studies. I will be bringing out the meanings and the richness of the verses that I'm going to be studying. And, you know, the verses that I'm actually doing, they have really, really, really ministered to me, and I can't wait to share it with you. So there we go. There's some more of the highlighting, more of my studies on the highlighting. And then let me just show you the back. The back of it. You've got a concordance, and the concordance is in the King James Version. There we go. And then you've got your abbreviations of the books of the Bible. And here you've got your concordance, obviously starting from A, going right down to Z. And then at the back, you've got the bibliography to the Amplified Bible. You've got the bibliography of the Old Testament, references, the Bible version references, the Greek testaments that were used, the word studies that were used, the commentaries that were used in order to put together the Amplified Bible. You have other works that were used, other referenced works here. And then you've got the bibliography to the New Testament, which is excellent. Okay, then you've got commentaries to the New Testament, Amplified Bible, and then you've got the persons that were cited. There we go. So that was just a quick overview of the King James Amplified Parallel Study Bible, and I'll show you the spine as well. So you've got, there we go, and the publisher is Zondervan, and there we go, that's the back of it. But I hope you enjoyed that quick review. Very quick review. There's nothing complicated or anything about the outline of the Bible. Very simple, but it is very, very, very powerful. And if you're somebody who likes word studies or chapter studies and things, this Bible will be really, really good for you to use in your quiet time and in your study time. So I hope that was helpful. Please remember to subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up and turn on your notifications, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment below. Thank you. Bye.